Hello, everyone. Bo Williams here in the WATE newsroom, as we do every Friday. I want to get you up to date on what's going on traffic-wise. A lot going on around the area as usual. We also have some new projects we're going to be talking about as well. And we get you up to date on the latest list coming from TDOT on the work that is slated to be done in the week ahead. Want to make sure you're not caught in any unexpected traffic jams, slowdowns, you name it. But we do have a lot going on this weekend, and as always, we're going to be taking a look at gas prices as well. Maybe you're going to be traveling this weekend, headed to a college football game. If you're not going to Neyland, maybe you're going to another school. We'll get you up to date on how things are looking as far as gas prices, just not in Tennessee, but in the surrounding states as well, if you're going to be traveling. All right, so first things first, as usual, we're always keeping an eye on how things are shaping up out on the roadways. You see all the barrels, a lot of work being done right now on Tennessee roadways. Just a reminder for you, when you come here, is there something I hope I need to oh, there we go. Do I need to start all over again? No, okay, good stuff. Just as a reminder, when you see the barrels here, you can always click on them. They'll give you the latest on what is happening with that project and then where things are moving forward. Matter of fact, let's zoom in on one of these, kind of give you an idea of where we're talking here. So we'll click on this. This is a snow plowable markers that they're putting on State Route 111 northbound in Pickett, Overton. This is right there near the county line there. So kind of gives you an idea of what we're talking about, but they'll be all across the state. Obviously, we're going to focus more on East Tennessee, but we will come back to some of those in just a little bit. I did want to touch on this real quick. We have an alert out in West Knoxville. So let's go tight here for a moment. Let's pull this up. We got a multi-vehicle crash, I-40 westbound. This is right there at mile marker 377. So this is over near the Cedar Bluff area. Let's check out the cameras here for a second, and here it goes. You can see KFD on scene right now. That outside shoulder and those two lanes, I'm guessing those are the lanes if you're going to be heading on to I-140 Pellissippi Parkway. So keep that in mind. But right now you've got the fire truck blocking those two lanes following this accident. Let's see if we can, how was it last week we were able to get out of this? Let's pull up a different camera here, and we'll kind of move things around. Let's go back out here again and zoom back down. Let's see if we can get another camera angle of this for you here. Here we go. This gives you a better view of what we're looking at. So we showed you the fire truck and where it is sitting, kind of blocking the view. You can see several vehicles there right now on scene, and KFD is there. We've got a van over here off of the shoulder. We've got another van here. It looks like we got a car in between the fire truck and that van. But again, this is I-40 westbound as you're approaching the I-140 Pellissippi Parkway interchange, so just past Cedar Bluff, kind of give you another point of reference there. So make note of that if you're going to be heading out. Chances are you're going to be seeing quite a bit of traffic in that area, but we'll have to continue to keep you up to date with that and let you know how things are playing out. But we'll check back with that coming up here in just a little bit. All right, we do want to talk about what's coming up this weekend. Obviously, the Vols back at home. They're going to be taking on UAB. The Blazers in town. This is going to be an early start, unlike last week. This is about a 12:45 kickoff, if I'm not mistaken. But a lot going to be going on a little bit earlier than, say, last week, than when obviously the Georgia Bulldogs were in town for that 3:30 game. So the Vols are set to face UAB Saturday, but starting at 5 in the morning, Peyton Manning Pass, Philip Fulmer Way from Cumberland Avenue to Lake Loudon Boulevard are going to be closed. Obviously, it's to help protect you, the fan, also the Vol Walk, reduce congestion, improve safety. These are really the busiest areas right around the stadium. You can get all the latest, by the way, by going right here to WATE.com. And I love this. Can't get any worse. There were a lot of issues last week, and we reported on those. People waiting. We talked to one woman, said she waited 40 minutes to get in the stadium. They've opened up a few more of the gates, the entrances. They've changed some things up. The bands, also the part of the Southland has made some adjustments as well. But again, this is a 12:45 kick. A Vol Walk's going to take place at 10:25. And then after that, things will start moving forward. So, and we should note gates, just so if you're doing the math, they're going to open 2.5 hours before kickoff this time around to make sure everybody can get inside. They've extended the security perimeter. That will be in place. The part of the Southland, as we just mentioned, will be taking a different route. Gate 20 will open to all fans. So that should help out get the flow of fans in. But to kind of read about the issues that they saw last week and find out what adjustments they have made getting into Neyland for this weekend's game against UAB, you can find it all on our website. Matter of fact, we got some maps here as well to kind of help guide you. So if, whether it's the first time or you just need a refresher on getting back down to the game, we got you covered there. So come right here to WAT.com. Check on it again tomorrow morning just for a quick refresher, if you will. All right, other things going on. Obviously, downtown Knoxville, not only we got a football game going on, but Market Street between Union and Clinch Avenues and Union Avenue, between Gay and Walnut are going to be closed until midnight tonight for parking, and then Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the Market Square Farmers Market. So you've got a football game, we got the farmers market going on. So you see the area right here, the Market Square, Crouch Park area will have those closed. They've been doing that all summer long. And again, that will be no different than what we're seeing this weekend as well. So keep that in mind. And then on Sunday, up here in the Old City, on Sunday, West Jackson between State and North Central will be closed for the Old City Market. So this will be closed on Sunday. This will be the entire weekend. You've got the football traffic and just a lot of people coming downtown, maybe to go out, catch a show, just give yourself plenty of time, all right? And I know here we're going to be heavily involved in the Alzheimer's Walk over at Zoo Knoxville, so you're going to have a lot of traffic trying to get to Zoo Knoxville as well. Expecting a big turnout there, which will be early tomorrow morning. So a lot going on around the area, at least in Knox County, that could slow you down on Saturday. And then, of course, with the early kickoff, that means interstates are going to be packed, roads will be packed as the game starts to empty out in the afternoon. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing that we're watching for you, this is out of Sevier County. Portions of Bruce Street and Court Avenue will be closed from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. This is going to be on Tuesday, the 23rd. This is for Sevier County Sheriff's Office Sheriff's Shindig. It's a special event. The closures you can see there on your screen. I'll kind of walk you through them. Court Avenue from just north of Joy Street. This is near the entrance to the SESO parking lot to just south of the public parking area near Main Street. So be careful there, that will be impacted. West Bruce Street from just east of the Sevier County Courthouse parking lot entrance to Court Avenue, and then Bruce Street from Court Avenue to the Municipal Parkway lot exit. So we kind of mapped it out for you here. It's just off of the Parkway, but we'll kind of, let's see, we go a little bit wider here to kind of show you where we're talking about here, and then we'll zoom in a little bit tighter for you. Right there near the Dolly Parton statue, okay? Kind of gives you an idea. These areas are going to be blocked off tomorrow, or on Tuesday, I should say, from 4 to 9 p.m. for the Sheriff's Shindig in Sevierville. So again, just go ahead and keep that in the back of your mind. And then another project that we've been talking about here for a while out of Blount County, and it is continuing, and it has been causing some issues as crews progress in this project. Things shift, right? Different areas will be focused, or the crews will be focusing on. So Cochran Road will be closed at Ralston Road in Maryville for the next several weeks. This, again, is all due to the Carpenter's Grade Improvement Project. Closure expected to last 4 to 5 weeks, if you live in that area, you're probably getting used to how things are moving around and the closures. But if you need to get a better look at it, again, go to our website, WATE.com, right here where you're checking us out, and you can get all the details for you on what's happening there in Blount County. All right, so a lot of things going on from the football game, Market Square, Old City. You've also got, as we mentioned, the Shindig happening in Sevierville on Tuesday, and then the work that's going to be happening on Carpenter's Grade that's going to be impacting some of the roads around it next week. A lot to think about, and that's just not all. We've got more projects coming up for you here. As a matter of fact, TDOT sending out their list, and it's quite lengthy, but these are a few that I wanted to touch on. So I'm going to pull up a couple of the maps. Well, that's checking back in on the accident that we told you about on 40 westbound near I-140. Again, KPD now there as well. Looks like the KFD truck has moved. TDOT is there assisting. All the vehicles are off on the shoulder of the roadway, so traffic moving a little bit better. You've gained a couple of lanes, but again, you're going to have to slow it down. So it's not clear, and you're going to have to merge if you can to give crews there a little bit more time to take care of what they need to. But some projects that are coming up for you. First of all, a project that's been going on for a while. This is a section of 162, Pellissippi Parkway between Cusick Road and State Route 33, Old Knoxville Highway. This is in Blount County. Again, next week, watch out from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. daily. You could see some road closures. You could see also some rolling roadblocks. They're working on some of the bridges there. It's not a long stretch of Pellissippi Parkway, so, but it can definitely slow you down if you're trying to make your way to Alcoa Highway or out to West Knoxville, or maybe you're coming from West Knox and trying to make your way over to 33. Just know you could get caught in that because those rolling roadblocks will be off and on between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. daily next week there in Blount County. I do want to check another camera. Let's see here. Let's pick this one here. Okay, that's the one we just took a look at. Here's another one, some projects that we want to kind of get you up to date on. This is going to be impacting Greene County traffic. This is I-81 north and southbound between mile markers 18 and 34. Coming up on Sunday, the 21st, watch out for some rolling roadblocks. This will be between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. The crews are doing some overhead line work that will be going across the interstate, right? So they're going to have to close off, or at least stop traffic, those rolling roadblocks on I-81, and they're doing this on Sunday, again, between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. So if you use the interstate, maybe you're heading to church or there's somewhere you need to be, just know that you could get caught in that. So you're looking at about 4 hours there of where you're going to have some possible issues. There are those state highways that run parallel. You could always use that, save yourself some time, have nothing to worry about. But if you're going to be taking 81 Sunday morning, just kind of keep that in mind, that there's going to be that work. All right, we're going to take a look more at some more projects that are going to be coming up. Also, we'll take a look at gas prices. We'll have that for you in just a moment, so stay with us. And welcome back to the WATE 6 on Your Side newsroom. I'm Bo Williams. I want to touch on one more project, actually two, coming up in Anderson County next week that is going to cause you some driving issues. They'll be during the day. So we're going to bring the TDOT maps back in for a second. Let me see if I can get the red bar here out of there. All right, so first of all, 25W, all right, in Anderson County, and it'll also occupy part of Knox County as well, impact part of Knox County. 25 or State Route 9 between Edgemore Road and the Knox County line. So really from Claxton down to the Knox County line, okay, as we get a little bit closer there to 640. Sections of 25W beginning Monday and running through Thursday, you're going to see some work. They've got some temporary lane closures planned between 9 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. We're talking roadside maintenance, so it could be anything from resurfacing to potholes to who knows what. But they're going to have some lane closures along that stretch of 25W, again, from about the Claxton area to the Knox-Anderson County line. So, you know, right in this area here, just kind of north of Powell. So again, be careful for that. That will definitely cause you some travel issues. Those lane closures, again, coming up for you next week between 9 and 3, and that will start Monday and run through Thursday. Stay in Anderson County, and not far from here. We're going to shift over here just a little bit. Edgemore Road. A lot of you probably take that if you're heading over to Hall Ridge to do some hiking, maybe heading to Melton Lake to do some boating, or maybe go for a walk or a run. Keep this in mind. Edgemore Road between 61, so you know, between Oak Ridge Highway, or actually part of Pellissippi here, all the way over to, really over to 25W. Yeah, no, actually between 61 and Melton Lake Drive, my bad. You're going to have some work happening Tuesday through Friday. That will be from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So again, Edgemore Road between 61 and Melton Lake Drive. From Tuesday to Friday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. They're going to be doing some roadway maintenance activities through here as well, and that will cause you some delay. So you've got the work going on over here on 25W. You'll have the work going on here on Edgemore Road next week. There'll be those lane closures, so watch out for those, and obviously take it easy. Watch out for those crews in those areas. All right, something else we wanted to touch on. We started doing this not too long ago, and that's gas prices. Kind of get you up to date on how things are shaping up. If you're going to be doing some traveling, or you're just going to be out in the car a lot this weekend, let you know how things are shaping up. Darker the blue, the better for your average gas price. Darker the red, not a good thing. And you can see pretty much around the South, with the exception of Florida, gas prices not horrible. Florida right now at $3.17 a gallon. Now this is for regular, okay? But when you come up here into Tennessee, we're at $2.79. That's where our average sits. If you're heading over to North Carolina, it's going to be $2.87. South Carolina, $2.81. If you're heading to the beach, if you're heading down toward Atlanta, $2.92 on average. Alabama, $2.80. Mississippi, $2.70. Arkansas, $2.81. Missouri, I'm just going through the states, the border is right, $2.88. And then if you're heading up to Kentucky, just a hair below $2.90, $2.89. And then Virginia at $2.99. But Tennessee right now looks great at $2.79 as far as the average price for regular unleaded. So we'll click on Tennessee for a moment here. And again, let's bring things up. We're going to slide down here and take a look at some specific areas. Let's take a look at Knoxville here. We'll click on Knoxville and take a look. Current average right now, $2.79. Yesterday we were at $2.80, so we're going in the right direction, right? Prices are dropping just a bit. Mid-grade is at $3.21. That's down from $3.23. Premium at $3.64. That's down from $3.66. And if you drive a diesel, $3.53 is the average. $3.62 or $3.36 is where we were yesterday. So we've dropped about a penny there. But if you take a look at Knoxville, where we were, and we're just going to focus on regular, we're down from yesterday. A week ago, we were at $2.80, so we're still down about a penny. A month ago, we were at $2.72, so we're, you know, about 7 cents difference there. And a year ago, we were right where we are now, pretty much at $2.79. So staying below that 280 mark. We'll see if that continues, if those prices continue to drop around the Knoxville area. But right now, not horrible for you if you're going to be filling up, driving around Knoxville. Now, I do want to mention here, like, here's Morristown. For those of you watching us in the Morristown area, you're looking at about $2.73 for a gallon. That's down, actually, it's about where it was, $2.73 yesterday, $2.75 a week ago. So you are seeing a little bit of a drop in the Morristown area. So some good news for you. If you are headed over to Nashville for the weekend, let's click on the capital city. There it is down here at the bottom. I went right past it. And Nashville right now, $2.85. So you're going to pay a little bit more in Middle Tennessee. That's down from $2.86 yesterday, and a week ago they were at $2.83. So they're up from where they were a week ago at this time, but around $2.85, what you expect to pay in the Nashville area. And if you are driving to Chattanooga, $2.71. So it is cheaper than what you're seeing here in Knoxville. So some good news if you're heading toward Chattanooga this weekend. And let's touch on Johnson City. And right now, Johnson City at $2.76. So prices in Tennessee, for the most part, especially East Tennessee, looking really good. So that is good to see as you get ready to head out for this weekend. All right, we're going to take another break. When we come back, we're going to take a look. We'll go back out to westbound traffic on I-40. We'll get you up to date as crews were there. We had a KFD truck that was there that has now left, but as we showed you a moment ago, 3 vehicles involved in this crash. They're all over on the shoulder, but KPD is there. TDOT is there assisting. We'll get you up to date on that, see if there's any type of traffic backup, and we'll take a look at some other areas as well around the area. So we'll have that for you when we come back, so stay with us. There you go. Now you can hear me. Welcome back to the WATE 6 on Your Side newsroom. I'm Bo Williams. We're taking a look at traffic. We've gone through some of the big projects that are coming up next week that could slow you down, and we're taking a look at a lot of events going on. Sevierville, obviously you got the football game in Knoxville. You've got the farmers market downtown. We talked about Old City Market that'll be going on Sunday. So a lot happening. You're going to have a lot of street closures. You just need to be aware, be patient, have a plan, really, on which parking garage you're headed to or wherever it is you're going, and that will save you tons of time as well as frustration, that is for sure. All right, earlier we talked about an accident out in West Knoxville. I want to bring back in that TDOT camera for you and kind of get you up to date. So this is 40 westbound, right before you get to Pellissippi Parkway, I-140 interchange. Still an issue out there, and they've got, it looks like at least one of the lanes blocked. That's one of the exit lanes, so it looks like it's that far right. So that would be the lane that would take you toward Hardin Valley, Oak Ridge. You can get around it and then merge over, and we're seeing that right there with some of the trucks that are going by. So you can still exit, but as you're coming up on it, just know you need to move over, give them some room, but you will be able to get back in that exit lane. But not a lot of changes here, with the exception that they've gotten the vehicles out of the roadway. So you've got 3 of them lined up over there on the shoulder right now. Again, KPD is there, TDOT is there assisting, making sure that everybody moves over to the left. But that is going to cause you some delays as you approach this. So this is right around Cedar Bluff, and it's already a pretty busy interchange, right? But we'll continue to monitor that for you and keep you up to date. I want to bring the full map in here for a second. We'll zoom in, and where you see it's all shaded in red here, that's the backup, okay? That we're talking about here, and the slowdowns where they're starting to join the backup where you see it shaded in yellow. It's already a time of day where you're going to see heavy traffic, and with this being a football weekend and an early kick tomorrow, people will be getting into Knoxville maybe a little earlier today, and we are seeing some heavier traffic out in West Knoxville as well. As you can see, things shaded in yellow. We'll take a look at one of the cameras here in just a moment, but right now it's just heavy traffic out west, all right, east and westbound, one because of an accident, the other because it's Friday. You got a lot of people coming into town for the football game, so keep all of that in mind. Other areas, though, we're not seeing too many alerts right now. Matter of fact, nothing being posted. But as we showed you earlier, we do have a lot of construction going on around the area, and you can always click on those barrels. You got the widening project still underway along Alcoa Highway, and this is going to be going on until about 2027. All right, so keep that in mind. But right now, the current activity, at least right there near Governor John Sevier, it says that during the length of the project, you can expect intermittent lane closures at night. It's pretty well marked, but it will creep up on you if you're not aware. So keep that in mind if you're coming back from downtown in the evening. They're trying to get a lot of this work done when it's lighter traffic out on the roadways. But again, this will have ongoing traffic impacts. There'll be rolling roadblocks, shoulder closures, flagging operations, temporary side road closures also. So just a lot going on, part of this expanded Alcoa Highway improvement project that I said will be going on until 2027. So they've already gotten a few areas done, but a lot of work being focused right now there at Governor John Sevier Highway. So again, click on those barrels if you ever get a chance. You can come on our website. We'll get you to the TDOT website here, and you can start getting updates on some of the work going on in your area. So let's come back in. Again, we showed you here the traffic backups. Looks like the camera's trying to reboot itself. There you go. Traffic is moving, but again, you're going to have that right lane closure of 40 just past Cedar Bluff. If you look over here to the right corner, though, eastbound's not even moving. And granted, the accidents in the westbound lanes, it's all on the far side of the westbound lanes, but eastbound traffic is very heavy right now. People coming in, obviously, for the game this weekend. Let's bring in, let's bring in the eastbound. Actually, I don't want to pull that camera in. That's the one we're just looking. Let's pull this camera in for a second. Gives you another view of everyone trying to merge over to the left. So you can see as you're approaching that accident scene, this is what it looks like. TDOT still blocking off that one lane. They're going to ask you to get out of the other lane as well until you get around it. Then you can go to the exit there to Pellissippi Parkway. But over here on the eastbound side, slow traffic for you coming in. A lot of activity around the area as people coming in for this weekend's game. All right, so just be careful. That's really the slow spot right now out in West Knoxville where we're seeing the heaviest traffic right now. So if you're heading in that direction, again, be careful. Hopefully they'll get that cleared up soon, especially for those westbound travelers. As always, if you ever have a question, you can always shoot us an email. We'll try to get it answered for you, and either we'll email you back or we'll just talk about it right here during our broadcast. Also, if you need to reach out to TDOT, we can get you the phone number. There it is, 833-TDOT-FIX, 833-836-8349. So whether it's a guardrail, pothole, just a concern. Maybe you see something in an overpass you want someone to come out and take a look at, give that phone number a call, and they'll come out and take care of it and get you up to date with everything that is going on. All right, so that's going to wrap things up for us. Hope you have yourself a fantastic weekend. Be